Hi guys, welcome back to Kieran's Reading Corner here on Emoji Fun. Today I'm going to do reading 1-star reviews of my favourite books. So we're going to get straight into it because I'm only allowed 25 minutes per screen recording session on the website I use. So first we're reading reviews of Heartstopper. And when I mean Heartstopper, just volume 1 because I don't want to give any spoilers. So I am using Goodreads for this just because it's easier to filter reviews. So here we go. Oh, this was quite short. So this is by Paperback Mo. This was published quite a bit ago, but it says, How is everyone hyped over this? We wanted to read a graphic novel for a while, and this one seemed short enough, so I thought, sure, why not? This felt like I was reading fan fiction. The conversations were really dull. I found everything so predictable. No point in the story where I thought, I wonder where this is going. Probably would have liked this more if it wasn't a graphic novel and there was more description of characters and events. Don't come at me with your pitchforks. I fully disagree, literally. So I understand what she means by this here. Felt like fan fiction, but I think that was kind of the vibe in a way. But I wouldn't say the conversations were dull at all. And let's be honest, I didn't predict any of it, so it can't be so predictable. We'll write this one too. Nick and Charlie are written by a female author, almost purely for the female gaze. This isn't a book I feel would connect with living, breathing, male-identifying people. The art style is inconsistent at least, ugly at worst, and some of the facial expressions are downright horrifying. Imagine a Jethro killer smile and you're getting close. I wasn't invested, but the restricted colour palette was a smart choice and made the visuals slightly easier to look at. So, she's spending a lot of time on the visuals. Let me find a good page. I actually understand kind of what she means now. Now I've read that review, I understand. Which said that some of the facial expressions are downright horrifying, like that page. But at the same time, this book is so good that some of the books well, not just this book, this whole series. For any of you that don't know, this book follows Nick and Charlie. This will be a spoiler episode. Spoiler thing. That is in the title. I should have warned you at the start, but I didn't. So we're going to stop there with Heartstopper. And now we're going to do Curse of the Wolf King by Tessona Odette. Well, I can't spell. Don't know what I mean though. I'm really nervous for these because I read this in December and gave it 5 stars. That's its current average rating on Goodreads, 3.8. How do I do this again? Oh, readers also enjoyed it. I was so confused then. As you can see, I haven't rated this book. That's because I use Storygraph for my ratings. So there's only 224 out of the 14,755 that are 1 star. So this might be fun. Here we go. Oh god, that's way too long. Quite a lot of people, from what I can see, DNF'd it. Here we go. 1 star. The heroine was a sociopath. I did not like her. I don't recall Belle being so hateful and selfish. Sorry? Did you read the right book? Did you actually read the right book? Also, the time this story takes place is confusing. Fair. Remark about the hero's name being Elvis. What? I don't remember that bit, so other parts didn't fit in as well. Found myself rolling my eyes through several parts debating if I should DNF this book. Disappointed. The idea of fame, its beauty, and the beast had so much potential. Too bad. What? Too long. Here we go. The worst rendition of Belle I've ever read. She's just such a mean girl. I think, yeah, I understand what they're coming from, why she's mean. But she's not overly mean. Like, she's done it because of the situation, and they need to understand that the character of Belle in this book it is a retelling, but it's not a retelling. It's a kind of twisted in a way retelling. It's not fully retelling. So I don't understand that, even though it does say here, Beauty and the Beast retelling. The Beast is just there to enable her bad behaviour. He is the person for the heroine because he stops changing her vile actions. Plot 1.5, sprinkled round the curse, the rose, etc. Once again, spoilers. No. I don't think that's sprinkled round, especially, I'll be honest, at the start of the book, yes, but not at the end of the book. And there's a reason that book is one of my favourites. Spice 1.5. A bit, not much. Yeah, but if you're doing it for spice, then you don't read that book, especially that the fact it's YA. Yeah. I'll stop there for that book then. Shall we do one more or two more? Shall we do two more? Let's do Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, spoilers, and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We'll start with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. A good girls. I'm really scared to read these because this book is still a 5-star to me. But obviously I also did read it as my first ever book, as you can see. 5 stars, loved it, huge plot twist, captivating, intense, suspenseful. That was me. Literally less than 1% gave it a 1 star. Majority of people did give it 5 stars, so this is going to be fun. From the moment she said holy pepperoni, I realised I was too old to be reading this book. Should we look at that one? Let me just see how long it is. I found out about the dog died and decided that I didn't need to finish this book. So that one was actually DNF'd. Here we go. School projects are getting really wild these days. Do you think we're maybe putting too much pressure on kids? So, let's be honest, this book was released not recently, 2020 something. Let me check. 2019. And it's still a fictional thing, and she's got to relate whatever setting she wants to set it in to the story she wants to do, and that's how she's done it. This book is so overrated. No, it's not. I want to wash my brain of this. Literally, that's it for that one. Thank God for that. Finally, know exactly what I'm looking for. Where is it? Titan's Curse. So, let's have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Titan's Curse. Where's the reviews? I gave this book 4.75, or was it 5? Once again, less than 1% gave this 1 star. But also, I do want to point out that this book, from what I know, is also the most popular of all the books. So, yes. Where's all the short ones? Here we go. I couldn't get into this at all. I just couldn't get into the storyline or relate to the characters. I understand that, but please tell me you read The Lightning Thief and the Sea of Monsters before going into it. I'm over this series. The characters don't develop, and each book follows the same pattern. The writing is bleak, and I was bored immediately. I kind of understand a bit of this one, but not like big. So the characters, especially in the first 3 books, which obviously we're reviewing the Titan's Curse here. This book, obviously we first meet the characters, so there's not much development. This book, sugar. Let's hope you didn't hear that. This book isn't the best, I'll be honest. This book is my favourite because firstly it's quite short realistically, and we start seeing character development. Not too much, but if she carried on to book 4, she would have saw loads of character development. So yeah, The third of the series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. As I once mentioned in a previous book, Percy's, it is only a myth. Teens who research books should be totally made aware of this and should not mix between reality and myth stories. So are you telling me, yes, that you're saying this because you care more about the children's thoughts about the book, not the actual book itself? We'll stop there. So, remember to like, subscribe and share, turn on all post notifications, and remember to click all. Bye!